So in this video, I'm going to go over Firebase Studio. And yeah, basically, uh, it's they state that it's a full stack AI workspace. And so basically using AI agents for the entire development lifecycle. So back end, front end, mobile apps. And it looks a lot like IDX Studio. So I'm guessing they reuse or they actually have IDX there. So I'm guessing they reuse that. And this is a React app they have here. So, but they have, um, you can either give it a prompt to like plan your project, or they also have these default, I guess, boilerplate apps. Yeah, and they also mention they have Gemini, so that's their AI. And so you can use they can set up like the Gemini like a API, but also they have the code assist. And yeah, let's just get started. So, and yeah, this is from IDX. So I've used IDX in the past, and I have um, I've planned videos to do this, do videos with IDX, but I haven't got there yet. So you can also import a repo. But yeah, so I did try this like earlier. I told it to make a Flutter app, but it made a React app, and it wasn't even React Native. It was just a React JS app. So I think for Flutter, I basically want to create the tattoo app I've been creating. So I'll start with this. One nice thing, I'll just go back. One nice thing about using this part, um, it does create a plan in a markdown file, which is like part of my next video. Um, Basically how to set, I think this is what I want to title it, but I have an article for it that I'll release probably today. But basically set guardrails for vibe coding, because that's kind of what I've been doing before it was given that name. So yeah, and we'll just stick with this first. So we'll just say tattoo artist. And yeah, one reason I didn't want to create a video with IDX, which is what this is based off of, um, is because for like new technical users or for those without the hardware requirements, it would be easy to set up an environment um, online instead of going through the process of installing Flutter on your device. Yeah, and yep, it just makes it a lot easier. And then you can also, since this is basically uh, Visual Studio, um, you get these extensions, and like let's say you didn't want to use Gemini, there's also Klein, which is a popular um, AI IDE. And I did try it; it didn't work as good as it would locally, but it did work. It was also a little slow, but I don't know. Maybe everything improves so fast now with AI. Maybe that's fixed. I haven't tried it, but yeah, another thing with when you use the prompt to create the app, you don't get like the file system, or you can't see your files here. Um, you just prompt it, It's vibe coding to the extreme, I guess. Um, you can see like some of the files, you could click them, but you can't see the entire file structure. So it's hard to see what the project is actually doing. So um, yeah. So yeah, this is basically IDX. Just the layout looks different. The UI is a little different. But yeah, Firebase Studio. So yeah, all of this is pretty much the same. Yeah, the only thing with IDX Studio is you get the chat window. See if I can find it. Oh, Gemini. Okay. Was this open already? I don't know. But yeah, let's see. Um okay, so this is the basic Flutter template that comes with all apps. So if you see the first video I made for the tattoo app, you'll see that as well. So let's say create a homepage widget in a separate file. That yeah, that should be good. I believe there's already a homepage anyways. So yeah, so first let's say move the homepage widget separate file. Also create a I don't know what to call it because there's a hero like on web it's called a hero widget, but on mobile I've never heard of them reference it as a hero widget. And Flutter has its own hero widget that is basically an animation transition from one image on one image to the next page. And so it might get confused. So also create a header image is what I usually call it. Um, Widget uh, of the homepage. Yeah, you want to keep it simple, anyways. No matter how good the AI is. And let's see if it. Oh, it didn't move it. It just created a new one. Okay, it looks like it's doing that here. Okay, okay. Dang, this is working pretty good. And they also have their AI Studio. That's pretty popular now. Hey, this is working actually good. And one thing about using like Gemini for Flutter and Android development is that um, it understands Flutter and Android better. I'm guessing maybe because it's built by Google. Um, yeah, so I don't know. Yeah, we can go ahead and like refresh this. I don't see. Did they add it to the homepage? No, that's why. I mean, we could add it ourselves. So this is a column. So we can add, what is it, header image. There it goes. Just need a comma there. Oh, that's why. Uh, is it? I don't believe it's via. Let's hold it. Okay. We'll say 100 by 100. Okay, that's fine, I guess. So yeah. I didn't see an error here, so what does that say? Failed host lookup. I know this is okay. So I'm not sure why it's not showing the image. But yeah. Oh, and it has center. So let's do start. I mean, I should be using AI to do this. That's the point of like, oh, it's cross access alignment, I guess. Okay, yeah. Yeah, anyways, we'll just use AI. Oh, it didn't finish. So that's why. I'm like, what? I mean, that's basically what we did already. But invalid image data, did it change it? Okay. So I'm not sure why it's not. There's also network image. So I don't know the Flutter. So let's see. URL. Yeah, it looks the same. I mean, honestly, forgot the difference. That it give you more parameters here. So yeah, I mean, that's cool. We'll just say it's there. Um, let's look at web. Wait, what? Why did it do that? It removed it. I guess when I accepted that. Okay. Image on the home page. Remove the default widgets in the column. See, I guess if you're not familiar with Flutter, um, you might not give it these. You might not go into detail like this, but yeah, that's why I basically I've kind of vibe coded, I guess you could say. That's the name they've given it now. So yeah, you don't have to really say that. You could just say remove the default widgets. So I'll try to go and approach as if I don't know anything. But if you do, you can like look at the. You can also ask Gemini questions. But yeah, I don't know. For a beginner, it might be a lot to understand. Okay, I'll just keep it simple. Um, yeah, this is really popular now for being really good. So, also remove the default widgets. Create a card widget that in a separate file. You always have to do that. I mention that because it tends to create um, widgets in the same file, which is fine. It will work, but scale wise, it's not the best approach. Yeah. So this, yeah, yeah, yeah. Actually, let's keep it simple because I want to go over this kind of. You only added the import. Oh, it actually removed it, even though it initially asked which Let me see. Could you please clarify which default widgets you would like me to remove from the web page or the home page? I wonder. That's what I was going to check. If it actually shows the. Wait, what? Let's see. Header image. Okay, there it goes. So on the Android, it just seems to not. I'm not sure what the issue is here. Maybe because it's a emulator. I'm not sure why they don't just use web. It may be like a real device hosted somewhere. And yeah, I don't know. But they could really just use web and just add a frame around it. But because there's only so much you could test in the cloud, anyways. I mean, I guess you could get pretty far. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we'll go ahead and just use the web. Um, yeah, and this is what I mentioned before about having a plan, and I have an article and everything. I mentioned that, but I'll just give you like a sneak peek of like the approach that's pretty popular now. But I have a similar approach, but um, it's more similar to what you would do as a software engineer and or product manager. So yeah, basically their approach pretty much um, is to use a PRD, which is used by product managers. So that's a document they create for a new feature, and yeah, it just outlines the product and its requirement. I mean, it's in the name, I guess. Product requirement document, and yeah, they also create steps and they tell the AI to create that, but it does work, but it doesn't always work the best. And I guess in a real life scenario, the PRD is like shared with the software engineer, and then the product manager and the software engineers work together to create their own. So the software engineer might create a design doc, or they might already have one that they'll just iterate on, and from there they'll create tasks from that. So they usually put it in a task management software such as like Jira, Trello, Monday, Asana, things like that. And then yeah, and then they use those, call them tickets usually, but they use those tasks or tickets for each. Yeah, basically each task they want to implement, and yeah, and so I think that's the best approach because um, it'll have more detail, but I don't know. And you can use AI. It's not like you have to actually have that full knowledge. It helps, and you you bump your head more. But I feel like from that, if you like continue through with that, you'll learn a lot as well. So I won't actually just I have this actually pinned in some of my videos, but I have an article that will outline this better. So I'll just go with let's say I'm not sure if it will actually do this, but create a readme wait, create a plan for this tattoo artist app. I'm not sure how long I've been going, but I'll cut this short here in a minute. Um, okay, so this is kind of almost what like a PRD would be. Okay, so create a README for this. So this is the approach that's popular now. I won't say this is the approach I use really. but I do break it down. Create a README or for this. Um, how can I put this? Phase two. So yeah, this is a product requirement document, pretty much. They have like the development phases. We'll just say create a README for this. I won't make it too complicated now. This approach has been working, so we'll go with it. But usually I iterate further on this. Let's see actually what it creates. And you can use like this preview thing to see it rendered out. Yeah. So you typically want it. I mean, you can. I want to say it's necessarily like bad to do it this way, but it's not the most common approach. This won't be, this is not usually like the top level document. It might be linked from the top level README, but it is kind of common to like have a plan, especially like open source projects. But add best practices for Flutter when creating the different widgets. So I'll go way deeper into my other this. So there's architecture. So yeah, I mentioned there's software design docs, and that's usually what you create the task off of. But system design. So this is for like interviews, but understanding that also helps with properly setting up your project. Then it also helps the AI. And also Flutter has this new architecture guide, which they're going with MVVM. Yeah, and so I'll go that over that in another video, but yeah, that's pretty new because block is usually the approach. It's just similar. It's similar to MVVM. It depends how you structure it, but mm, the only thing is this is not like similar to what we created. So I want a feature to show the different pages on the home screen using a card widget. Read me. So yeah, I would say it's better to plan than just to tell it, uh, go code this. Just tell it the features you want, or even say you want this type of app, and it will come up with this, of course. Then just fill in what you want from that. Okay, now implement the homepage update using what we added to the README. And I wish they had, maybe they do, and I just don't understand it yet. But like the other AI IDEs, they have cursor rules, which I mentioned here. Cursor rules. I don't have the other one. Yeah, Windsurf has Windsurf rules. Oh, that's what this is right here, actually. And then, yeah, let's refresh this. Okay, yeah, this looks pretty good. I mean, of course, they have a different plan than what we have on the other Flutter app I created, but it's getting there. And they just use a basic list tile. See, that's the thing. It's like I won't go too deep into that, but the list tile, make the list tile separate widget. But yeah, you want like a reuse. I mean, it's already pretty much a reusable widget, but you you pretty much usually have a lot more things you do with that. And yeah, you might have a certain design you want to keep. So if you use like the basic list tile, then you might not keep the your standards for your app. So let's say you want it all red. Of course, you can like set the colors and everything, but um, yeah, it's just a lot more work, and there's a lot more room for error. But I'll keep it simple like that for now. I don't want to make this video too long. It's already pretty long. But yeah, I just wanted to demo this. This was my first time using this, and yeah.